Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Taya Salam. Let's start off the show with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Of course, you know it's 3 days to the World Cup. Would you believe that? 3 days to the World Cup.
So
and the Super Eagles of Nigeria will depart Austria for Russia later today.
Yes, we're expecting them to be there, all looking cute up. All right, still on the program, talking about the Super Falcons. Of course, the Falcons are ready to actually sting the Scorpions, so it's going to do this one.
Interesting. I mean, both praise, predatory by nature, and we'll see what comes out on top later today at the Agege Stadium. Remember, the Falcons lead that particular matchup 1-0 from the first leg. Also on the show, this time we're going to Paris, where the reign continues. Rafael Nadal's reign as the French Open champion continues after he defeated Dominic Thiem in straight sets to win his 11th Roland Garros title.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal winning on clay is a sure death and taxes.
What's more to add to that one? And that's where we'll start the show from today. Cecilia, never in doubt.
Of course. The second person ever to win 11 straight titles in any of the courts. Margaret Court, remember the Australian Open 11 times. So Rafael Nadal, just the exclusive exclusive list.
Yeah, but in Open era, no one has done it.
No one has done it. No, I'm looking at overall. I mean, and now.
I don't like talking all the way back.
You just have to. Sometimes it's okay. This is greatest of all time. Now remember, okay, there was a certain man in 1888 who did this and all that. Okay,
that
but
aside,
then, no matter what, they're just exclusive list. But then, Open era, he's alone.
That aside, I mean, let's not take any credit away from the likes of Margaret Court, great players in their own right. But back to the present, and against Dominic Thiem, Cecilia. The result was never in doubt.
Of course.
The scoreline says 6-4, 6-3, 6-2, and that's exactly the picture of how that game went down, because the first set, Dominic Thiem played his best. The second set, he reduced a bit, and the third set, he reduced further in terms of the kind of opposition he could, deliver on the day against Rafael Nadal. And like I said, we're not surprised by this one at all.
We're not surprised at all, because it was what we expected. We expected Rafael Nadal to just come and do the job, and he did it in grand style. I think something about this man that you wonder how far it's gone. I mean, what Dominic Thiem actually did to him, he strained every muscle he had, trying as much as possible to ensure that he gets something out of Rafael Nadal, but he just couldn't, and it has to end there. Well, Rafael Nadal has been reacting to this as saying, look, this is just the beginning. There's a possibility that he might just get to, how do I put it now, just get to, surpass Roger Federer.
When you say this is the beginning, I'm trying to understand. How can you be on 11 titles and you're saying it's the beginning?
When he's looking,
the other guy
he's not looking at now.
I know where you're coming from.
He's 32. He's not looking at the fact that he's 32 and all that. This is it. He's looking beyond this. I mean, he's already targeting Roger Federer's record of 20 Grand Slam titles. So I'm saying this is just the beginning. Guys who are thinking of beating Rafael Nadal on clay, if he gets to win the next 3, I mean, without barring no injury till he's 35 and he gets to win, he's playing at the French Open, he's winning it, then there's trouble. Well, I mean, we have a slide of the Grand Slam leaders, right? Okay, if that's not ready, we'll just listen to
his reaction,
Rafael Nadal.
In my career, I achieved much more than what I ever dreamed, but at the same time, in the other hand, it's true that I went through tough moments, a lot of times in terms of injuries, a lot of months with problems. So coming back and have the chance to win in Monte Carlo, Barcelona, Rome, and now especially here it's very emotional for me, and it was a very special moment, and received the, that minute or 2 minutes of the crowd supporting, or that feeling in that moment was difficult to describe. It very emotional for me. Of course, I would love to have 20 like Roger in the future, or even more, but being honest is something that is not in my mind. What is in my mind now is I won a very important title for me. I add 1 more Grand Slam. 17 is an amazing number. I feel very lucky to all the things that happened to me.
There's Rafael Nadal there, I mean, talking, just about, I mean, coming back from injury and all that, having to come here and start winning all over again. Remember the last 6 Grand Slams between him and Federer. Federer has won 3. He has won 3. So this year already they've started it. This is what we have here. Roger Federer #1, and Roger Federer is just 3 ahead of him. So you can actually get this.
I mean, this battle is going to rage on for a while. You have to consider that ages. Rafael Nadal is 32. Roger Federer is 36. You imagine he's not going to play for too long. Rafael Nadal, when it's all said and done, might just be the title leader when it comes to Grand Slam wins. Other names on that list, Pete Sampras, for so long we thought that 14 was going to stay for a long, stood for a long time actually. But those 2 guys in front of him have totally shattered that record. You also have Novak and Roy Emerson. For Novak Djokovic,
that's the only guy among these names we have here. And what's the possibility he's going to
I don't know. I can't
another
say.
one again?
I can't say. I mean, he had a decent. Cool. I can't say we had a decent run at the French Open, no doubt. But I can't sit down here and tell you that Djokovic is going to return to winning ways in terms of winning majors. It's very difficult to say. Just like I doubted, I thought Nadal was in serious trouble circa 2015, with knee problems. And look at how he's returned. And
it's been good ever since.
You never know.
Never know about Novak Djokovic, so don't write him off yet. He's on 12, but 12 to 20, that's hard.
Yeah, that's difficult. Now, I'm sure he's not chasing those numbers. All he wants to do is just keep trying to win here, return to winning ways as soon as possible. Let's quickly move over to the women. The women's singles.
Talk about Simona Halep.
Simona.
Yeah, girl. Finally, she got it.
You should have seen me that day. You should have seen the way I was rooting for this young lady. I mean, it was just incredible. When she lost the first set, when she lost the first set 3-6, I was worried. Okay, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But as soon as the second set started, I saw something different about her approach. She was a lot more aggressive, and that's the most aggressive I've seen Simona play. She wasn't playing defensively at all. She was going for every shot, and eventually she turned it around. And by the time